In this problem, we're going to find the derivative of this function g of alpha equals 5 to the negative alpha over 2 times the sine of 2 alpha. Solution. So we do need a few formulas to do this problem. So one formula will be the product rule because we have this function here times this function here. As a quick refresher, if you have two functions, f and g, and you want the derivative of the product, you could think of f as your first function and g as your second function. So it's the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second. Think of f as your first, g is your second. Also, this 5 to the negative alpha over 2, there is a formula for the derivative, say, with respect to x, of a to the x. This is equal to a to the x ln a. So equipped with these two formulas and some other basic facts from calculus, we should be able to compute this derivative. So let's go ahead and do it down here. So g prime of alpha. So this is our first function. That's going to be our f in the formula. And this is our second function. So we have to find the derivative of the first. Now this is going to require a chain rule. So we take the derivative of the outside, evaluate it at the inside, then we multiply by the derivative of the inside. Let's do that. So the derivative of the outside is going to be using this formula here. So it's 5, the negative alpha over 2, ln 5. So this is the derivative of the outside, evaluated at the inside, times the derivative of the inside. So the inside function is this one. So that's just negative alpha over 2, which is really negative 1/2 alpha. So when you differentiate this, you're basically differentiating alpha, and the derivative of alpha is 1. So this is going to be negative 1/2. So all of this that I'm putting in brackets here is the derivative of the first. Again, it's the derivative of the outside, evaluated at the inside, times the derivative of the inside, times the second. So sine of 2 alpha. Okay, plus the first function, which is 5 to the negative alpha over 2, times the derivative of the second. The derivative of sine is cosine, but here we have a chain rule, so it's cosine of 2 alpha. That's the derivative of the outside, times the derivative of the inside, which is 2. So that would be the derivative. Let me just go over it one more time. So we're using the product rule. It's the derivative of the first. So this derivative is going to be a chain rule. It's 5 to the negative alpha over 2 ln 5. That's the derivative of the outside using this formula here, times the derivative of the inside, which is negative alpha over 2. You can think of this as negative 1/2 times alpha. The derivative of alpha is 1. Boom. So we get negative 1/2. So this whole thing in brackets is the derivative of the first times the second plus the first function times the derivative of the second. Derivative of sine is cosine, but again, we have an inside piece here, so we have to apply the chain rule. It's cosine of 2 alpha times the derivative of the inside, which is 2. So there's a lot of thought going on in this problem. Even though it's like a one-line solution, I'm just going to rewrite it carefully. So g prime of alpha, it's kind of fun that it's alpha. I'm going to put these constants in the front here, negative 1/2 ln 5. And I'm going to put this in parentheses like this. There's no confusion with the 5s here. And then 5, the negative alpha over 2 times the sine of 2 alpha. And then I'm going to put this 2 in the front here. So plus 2 times 5 to the negative alpha over 2 cosine of 2 alpha. This is a great problem to test your calculus skills. Like, do you know the product rule? Do you understand the formulas? Do you know the chain rule? It's good stuff.